So in this video, let's take a deep dive into the primary humour of all four, and that is, of course, blood. Blood really is something that needs no introduction. We all know what it is. It's the stuff of life. It's the vigor. It's almost like a liquid version of the life force itself. Blood, since ancient times, since the dawn of humanity, has been understood intuitively, if not figuratively, to be the stuff of life. Blood is the life. And the ancient elites were absolutely obsessed with blood, with the bloodlines. Of course, we have all of these myths of the vampires where they're completely obsessed with drinking blood. Now, blood is really the primary humour because it just goes all over the body in the same way that the divine is omnipresent. You might say the blood is really omnipresent. It connects all things. It really is the vitality in liquid form. So one cannot stress the importance of blood to our health, and that's known in antiquity and of course to this day. Now, all of the humours were said to wax and wane in the body, and the blood is no different depending on the person, what they're eating, what they're doing, and so on. So when one has a surplus of blood, in the sense that they have too many red blood cells, too much iron in the hemoglobin, they can suffer from diseases such as hemochromatosis. And this can affect one's energy levels and how they're feeling, their health in general. And this can actually be quite serious. And this is still known about today. So the goal of treating too much of this particular humour, too much red blood cells, would involve venesection, otherwise known, of course, as bloodletting. Actually, in medical terms, it's known as phlebotomy, which actually conjures up the idea of phlegm, which is one of the other humours, which is very interesting. Now, this bloodletting can range from just a few drops to several litres over the course of several days, depending on how serious the condition is of the particular patient under the doctor's care. So the nutritional value of blood was seen to be a source of energy, not just for the body, but also for the soul. The blood is almost this conduit, this link between the body and the soul. So it was believed that the blood actually contained all of the other humours. Okay, so if you took a blood sample, then you could actually detect the balance or imbalance of the rest of the four humours in the body. So that's why the blood is seen to be the primary humour of the four. Now, a Swedish physician in 1921 called Robin Farus devised a particular system known as the erythrocyte sedimentation rate, okay, where he would observe all of these four bloods clotting in a transparent glass container. So where all the blood would be drawn into this container, you'd leave it undisturbed for up to an hour, and then you would observe the four layers appearing, which will actually differentiate the consistency and value of the four humours present in the blood itself. Right down at the bottom, there would be a dark clot, which would be the black bile. Just above that would be the blood itself, the red blood cells. Just above that, you would get the white blood cells, which was associated with the phlegm humour. And finally, right at the top, you would get a clear yellow serum, which would be seen to be the yellow bile. So this is absolutely fascinating. And by determining the consistency in the blood clotting itself, you could then determine exactly the imbalance or balance of all of the humours in the blood, and therefore take appropriate action. So blood is the life. It's the life force. You know, in London, the capital of the city where I'm from, we have red phone boxes, we have red post boxes, we have red buses, because it's understood that the red blood is the vitality of life that connects all of things in the same way that the red blood in the body connects all things. It's a unifier. So blood is the one humour that gives us access to understanding all of the other humours. It is the key to health, physical health, mental health, emotional well-being, and most importantly, from my perspective, as always, spiritual excellence. So how this actually affects the temperaments of sanguine, we'll dive into in the next video. See you in the next video. Hi, my name's Mark T.J. Keane, and I'm an alchemist, a wizard, and a mystic, and I've created this incredible course for you on balancing the 4 elements and their 4 temperaments. Now, this has been known since ancient times, since Mesopotamia, ancient Egypt, all the way into ancient Greece, when Hippocrates, the founder of modern medicine, began to talk about these 4 humours. But later this developed into the 4 temperaments that have literally given rise to all the primary personality tests that we use today, from Myers-Briggs to Strengthfinder and so on. So if you really want to understand what makes you tick, you really need to understand these 4 humours, these bodily fluids in the body, and these 4 temperaments that are said to emerge from these 4 primary elements that manifest as these fluids in the body. This course is about you getting to know why you feel the way you feel, why you act the way you act, and ultimately to translate that understanding into your friends and family around you, and just get a sense of the world and why people are the way they are. It just adds another dimension to understanding who you really are. You've got astrology, you've got all sorts of other personality tests, but if you really want to understand these personality tests that people use today, you really want to get back to the source, back to the roots, and that is the 4 humours. So I really look forward to diving deep into this ancient mystical art with you. So I really hope to see you in the course. Enroll now.